Hello, hello again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with a little bit of happy mail, a little bit of chit chat, touching base with all you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. And how are all of you doing? Pretty good, I hope. I'm doing pretty good. Last week was, well, a bit of an adventure. I had to have some dental work done. Nothing traumatic or, terribly earth shattering, but for me, well, I don't go as often as I should. So, brush your teeth regularly, go to your dentist regularly, and you'll avoid problems like I had. Yes, that's my little PSA for today. Um, well, as far as my personal reading, recently I finished reading The Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice, and it was good. It wasn't quite as I remembered it. I read it many moons ago, and I finished rereading it, and there was so much more to the book than the movie. Now, the movie I love. Don't get me wrong. I think it's perhaps one of the only Tom Cruise movies that I can watch and stomach because he plays the villain that you love to hate, kind of thing. Um, Brad Pitt was good. Kirsten Dunst, she was awesome. Antonio Banderas, he was great. Really good casting, very atmospheric. But there was so much that was in the book that was not in the movie. And not that long ago, I saw that they put the movie on YouTube because they have movies that they put on there. It was so edited. Don't watch it. No. If anything, get like a legitimate unedited version and watch that instead. There are little bits here and there that were cut out, but they add so much more flavor and to the to the movie that they should not have taken those out. I mean, there's so much worse material on YouTube that why they took that out, I don't know. At any rate, since I finished reading Interview with the Vampire, I wanted to start, something new, but also in the horror genre. I love horror books. What can I say? I was thinking about rereading the Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson again, but I decided on The Books of Blood by Clive Barker. Now, this is another that I had read many moons ago. I want to say I was in my early teens, actually, when I first read this. This is volumes 1 through 3. There's a total of 6, and I read the first of the short stories. It's basically a series of short stories, and so I read the first one last night. It was so good. This is really visceral. Okay, this is very graphic stuff. So if you're at all squeamish, I would say perhaps read a Suki Stackhouse, Vampire Diaries, True Blood kind of thing instead. There's a lot more romance, or perhaps maybe Twilight. Read something like that perhaps, so you can get your horror fix, but not too graphic. This, however, they do not shy away from anything, okay? But it's very interesting. I find it very cathartic reading horror books and watching horror movies. And I think the reason why I find it cathartic is because the fates of these people, these victims, these characters, is so horrible that ultimately you just end up feeling like, well, at least it's not me, right? Excuse me. It's sort of like the same kind of empathic catharsis that you have when you're watching a romantic comedy. Those are only good if you aren't single. Like, if you're single and you're watching a romantic comedy, you might as well break out the Haagen-Dazs and the box of tissues, because prepare yourself for a rough night. But again, it's that same sort of catharsis. It's like, you're in a relationship and you're watching a movie about relationships, and you can laugh along with them, and you can have that sort of catharsis bonding, kind of moment in a a by proxy kind of way. I don't know. Maybe I just read too much into stuff in general. I don't know. But yeah, so currently reading this, and also another one that I did pick up as well because I thought it might be cool to continue on with the series. This is The Vampire Lestat, also by Anne Rice, the second book of the series. She wrote quite a few of these. So I was thinking, in between, maybe volumes 1 and 2, maybe switch off to this. I don't know, a good friend of mine, Matt, the Rockin' Crocheter, he suggested that I read, it's a book called The Necroscope, and the plot line seems a little out there even for me, but I might. I'm not discrediting or discounting the suggestion. I might, we'll see what happens. I always love suggestions, most definitely. I mean, as far as like some of my favorite authors, Richard Matheson, Stephen King, Shirley Jackson is really good, but her breadth of work isn't exactly huge, but she's got some good stuff too. Let me know, if you have any suggestions of horror or science fiction. Those genres especially I really, really like. Aldous Huxley, Isaac Asimov, oh God, Philip K. Dick. He's a great one. If I'm not mistaken, he wrote Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, also known as Blade Runner. Oh, such a good work of fiction. Specifically, dystopian futures or post-apocalyptic settings. I just jam on those, where the future isn't like this bright and shiny place. It's like, yeah, it's technologically advanced, but not a very bright future. At any rate, I know, I yammer. What can I say? We have some happy mail, so let's see what's inside, shall we? All right, let's take a look. Okay, so I've got some packages, I've got a card, and before I open these, I really want to thank you guys, not just for the happy mail that you guys send, and I am very, very, very much appreciative of that because it always puts a smile on my little spider face, but also I want to thank you for, everything that you do for this channel, because without you guys, there wouldn't be a channel. It would just be me sort of talking to a camera out in the void, and without you guys, there wouldn't be that reason for me to keep going and keep doing what I do. And you guys are a driving force, getting me to get motivated and do my thing, and so whether it's hitting the subscribe button or, leaving a comment or sharing the video with somebody else or, really, what have you. It all helps, it all adds up, and it is very, very much appreciated. Not to mention, every now and then, somebody will send me a super thanks. It's the little button down below by the like and the share and so forth. And you guys are super duper sweet sending me donations. I really, really do appreciate it. Now, that being said, excuse me, that being said, I do catch a lot of them, as far as being notified that I got a super thanks, and I do try to respond to those promptly. Sometimes I miss them, and I apologize for that. I'm a human spider, but I just wanted to, give a big, big thank you because you guys help make this channel what it is. Thank you. Excuse me. Let me have some tea. English breakfast. Okay, so this first package is from Monica, and I believe that it is from, it might be from Great Britain. I can't quite tell based on the customs declaration label, but hey. And then there's also a little envelope-y thingy that says documents enclosed. I don't know if I'm supposed to open that first or what. I don't know. Ow. Handling a pair of open scissors is not necessarily a smart move on my part. No? Okay. Well, at any rate, let's open and see what there is. Now, on the label, it says description of contents, letter and an ebook. Now, I'm wondering, an ebook, isn't that like electronic, or did I miss something? I don't know. We'll find out. Excuse me. I do apologize. I do not. Oh, you know what I think it is? It's because I just had popcorn. That might be the culprit. How do you guys like your popcorn? I like butter. I like salt. I don't like a lot of like the fake, you know, cheesy stuff or the caramel that they put on. I just like butter and salt 90% of the time. I'm very easy to please. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, if this is the entire letter, whoa, this is like a manuscript. Okay, I'll take a quick look. I don't think I'm going to read the whole thing on camera, but I would like to take a look-see. Okay. Beyond grateful, thank you so much. Handmade by Monica. And there is an Etsy store. And oh, okay, so it's a printout of a crochet ebook. Oh, okay. Because I was like, this is like a whole manifesto kind of thing. No, she printed out all of the sheets of the ebook. Okay, see, now I understand. I get it. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit dense at times. Okay, let me see here. My name is Monica. I have previously tried to reach out to you via Instagram. I do apologize. I am never on Instagram anymore. Nothing personal against them or the format or anything like that. It's just I tend not to spend really any time regarding social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or the Tiki-Talkies or anything like that. I like to spend most of my time focusing on this channel and putting all of my energies towards, you know, producing content, videos, patterns, that sort of thing. If I had a staff, that would be a different, you know, a different case. But because it's just me, I think that my time is better suited on focusing on my content and my work and my patterns and so forth. So I do apologize for not responding. I'm never on Instagram anymore. At any rate, let's proceed. But it was only after attending your YouTube live I learned you're no longer on Instagram, so I decided to send you this letter instead. Yay! I just wanted to say I absolutely loved your tutorial on the jasmine stitch. It was hands down one of the best crochet videos I've ever watched. Well, thank you. The jasmine stitch has been my all-time favorite for years, and your calm, detailed explanation helped me finally to master it. The way you took your time, demonstrated more than one row, and spoke with such clarity made all the difference. Thank you. I've been crocheting since I was 7, taught by my mom, and the rest was self-taught. A year ago, I stumbled across your jasmine stitch tutorial, and it truly inspired me. So much so that I created my own pattern, a vest cardigan, using this beautiful stitch. I've now turned it into a crochet ebook, which is on sale on my Etsy store. I printed you a free copy as small thank you for the inspiration. If you enjoy the cardigan as much as I do, it will mean the world to you if you could share your thoughts or even mention me on your YouTube and my Etsy shop. I would be so happy. Your kindness, creativity, and generosity as a creator have impacted me so much, and I just wanted you to know how grateful I am. Thank you for everything you do. I'll always be a huge fan. Warm regards, Monica. And got an email and Etsy shop, and well, I'm not going to say the email, but the Etsy shop, it is https:// crochetflairestore.etsy.com. Etsy.com. That's CROCHETFLAIRSTORE.Etsy.com. And I have no reference. I've never been on that store yet, but I shall check it out. Thank you. And I look forward to looking through this this ebook. It looks really cool. Yeah, I will definitely be taking a look through this. There's a lot in here. My goodness. There is a lot in here. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a look at this. Thank you very, very much, Monica. I appreciate it. Thank you for thinking of me. And your appreciation is very appreciated, as I always say. And so I'm going to put this over to the side and give that a gander. Thank you so very, very much. I do appreciate. Now, I do have a card and another package. Let's see what's inside. Okay, so next up, I've got two things from the same person, Deborah in California. Now, I've got a card and a package. Now, I'm just trying to see what the date might be. Okay, so the card was sent first, then the package. I was going to open up the card first regardless because that's how my mama taught me. You know, open up the card first and then open up the package. Yeah, I hadn't been to my P.O. box since last Wednesday because of my dentist's appointment, and also on Thursday the post office was closed anyway. I believe it was because of Jimmy Carter, if I'm not mistaken. You know, a memoriam kind of thing. Let's see. Hi, Craig. I still do not have documents that I can write a note on, so back again using an email page that I can print on and snail mail to you. No worries. You know, the sentiment is there. I had sent a note and package to you that was supposed to arrive to you before New Year's, but it did not because the place I sent it from sent it such a way that it could not be delivered and is currently being sent back. They should have known better. It actually says in there. I wasn't going The letter says you know, HMPH, one of my favorite words. So when it does get back to them, I will go get it and bring it back to the real post office. All right, well, Deb, no worries, no problem. My sentiment is always better late than never, and always, always, always appreciated. You guys should know this by now about me. You know, it's never too late. No, it's never too late. You know, unless of course you were sending like something that was alive, then it might be too late at some point. But you know, oh, this is a heavy one. My goodness. Can only imagine. Yeah, right now I'm waiting for something. I'm waiting for a package. It's been in Kentucky for a while now, and I have no idea what is keeping them. But, you know, I go through shipping issues too. I totally understand what it's like. You know, it's already been several weeks. And at the rate that I'm going, it's going to be several weeks more. But, you know, if it gets here, you know, it gets here. Just got to be patient. And, well, you know what they say? Patience is a virtue, and I try to be virtuous. I struggle, but I try. Got it. Okay. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, we got ourselves a lot of bubble wrap. Okay. Let's see. And I am not going to spend the rest of this video going... I will spare you. Although that would be a fun little ASMR video in and of itself, right? Okay, we got some more bubble wrap. It's fun. What can I say? All right, there is a whole bunch of goodies in here. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, so this is... Okay, so I've got a handwritten letter regarding a book that's in here. Interesting. Okay, bear with me. Okay. So we have ourselves a book called The Wandering Jew by Eugene Sue, complete and unabridged in one volume. Interesting. Trying to find a synopsis of the book. Used to be a library book. You can tell in the back here, a little pocket for the card, but that's neither here nor there. That's still cool. Now on these sheets here, synopsis, store description. No, I'm looking for a book description. Have any of you read it? At any rate, no, it's always cool to get new books. I always appreciate that. Oh, there is a card. I didn't notice there was a card. Sorry about that. Ooh, we have more diamond artwork. How cute is that? So pretty. It's sparkly and it's not glitter. Craig, Fiber Spider Son, Sensei, Teacher Master. Happy holidays. Early? Why not? Actually, probably late. Deb. No worries. Sorry, this is a little blurry, but this is the house we lived in for many years. A typical winter day, let it snow. When we were young, we would make snowmen in the front yard and igloos in the backyard. Fun! I miss the snow. We haven't had any. We really haven't. I mean, we've had like little snippets of snow here and there, but nothing major. We got another book. This is Jitterbug Perfume by Tom Robbins. Jitterbug Perfume is an epic, which is to say it begins in the forests of ancient Bohemia and doesn't conclude until 9 o'clock tonight, Paris time. It is a saga as well. Saga must have a hero, and a hero of this one is a janitor with a missing bottle. The bottle is blue, very, very old, and embossed with the image of a goat-horned god. If the liquid in the bottle actually is the secret essence of the universe, as some folks seem to think, it had better be discovered soon because it's leaking and there's only a drop or two left. Interesting. Jitterbug Perfume, Tom Robbins. And there's more. Oh. This is Khalil Gibran, a biography. Interesting. Gotta broaden my horizons. And then we've got one more book in here as well. This is Khalil Gibran, The Collected Works, including Gibran's masterpiece, The Prophet. Thank you very, very much. I can honestly say that I am not familiar with these works or these authors, but like I said, it is good to broaden one's horizons and to try new things, and it is very, very much appreciated. Indeed, it is. And let me see here. Ah, there we are. So, yeah, I further have my work cut out for me, and I will go through the various notes and things I do appreciate. I don't seem to see a clear order exactly. Looks like some suggestions, some commentary regarding the books. I'm going to have to take a look at that in a bit. So that pretty much wraps it up for today. This has been quite a, literary kind of happy mail vlog type video. Started off talking about books, ended up with a whole bunch of books. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, and an ebook. Got lots and lots of stuff to read now, don't I? Just goes to show you that you guys are full of surprises and very, very pleasant ones and very, very much appreciated ones. Thank you so very, very much. Yes, Monica and Deb, so sweet of you to send these things to me. I'm going to have to check them out. In the course of my, meandering journeys and adventures and so forth, I thank you. Very, very sweet of you. I really appreciate it. And, as far as Khalil Gibran, gonna have to check that out. Actually, I've been watching a YouTuber lately by the name of Carl Rock. That's Carl with a K. And there's something fascinating about him going on these little journeys and excursions and adventures, talking about his travels through different countries like India and Pakistan and so on and so forth. Right now I'm watching one about him in Nepal. And, I travel about as well as an uncovered goldfish bowl. I don't travel very well at all. But it's fun to see him traveling around in these countries and dealing with, local customs and food and so on and so forth. And it's very interesting. And then all of a sudden, I end up with a book by, it sounds like somebody from somewhere in the East. I don't know, but, very interesting. This one definitely sounds like it could be very much up my alley, the Jitterbug perfume. It sounds very trippy and very surreal. I like weird stuff. What can I say? Which is funny because this actually is making me think of another book and movie that I really, really like. It's called Perfume, Story of a Murderer. So it's dark. Don't get me wrong. It's a period piece. Takes place hundreds of years ago in France. And it is about a young man with a very uncanny sense of smell, and he's a bit of a savant, if you will, and he has such a keen sense of smell. He wants to work with a perfumist so that he can learn how to preserve the scent, the scent of people. Yeah, specifically young women, and it's sort of like Norman Bates meets the Avon Lady, and he creates these perfumes to manipulate and control people. It's very, very fascinating. It's, a very deep thriller, with a little bit of psychological thriller aspect to it. And the movie was incredible. if you haven't seen it already. It had Alan Rickman and Dustin Hoffman. Incredible cinematography, great soundtrack. Would totally recommend it. The book, I cannot remember the author, forgive me, but the book was really good too, and it went into a lot more depth that the movie didn't, of course, as that happens all the time. This has been, as I've said, this has been a very literary vlog video. My goodness, not what I expected, but then again, life is full of fun little surprises and twists and turns and meanderings, no? Well, again, I digress way too much. I'm sorry. But that being said, I want to thank all of you for joining me today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, little thumbs up button down below, because you know that I appreciate your appreciation as always. And stay tuned for more, because whether I'm, doing vloggy type videos or audiobook narrations, cooking, crocheting, knitting, origami, you name it. I love variety. It's the spice of life, and I'm spicy. And speaking of which, I just did a audiobook narration from this little gem. Started on the book TikTok of Oz, which is, I want to say, book number 7 of his 15 or so. My goodness. Let's see. So that would be 6, 7, 8. No, it's the 8th book, TikTok of Oz. My goodness. I like them. I like those books. And I've been doing these for years, way before Wicked, came out and became like this big blockbuster event. Haven't read the book, haven't seen the movie. If anything, I would read the book before watching the movie, I think. And then, of course, it was a Broadway show. Never got a chance to see that either. But hey, you never know. At any rate, enough of my yammering. I do apologize. I get started and I just can't stop. It's like a bag of potato chips, just can't stop. At any rate, thank you again. Hope you guys have a great day. You know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, stay making fun, fabulous things, read a good book, say hi to a friend, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, everybody, and have a great day, and thank you.